Hello. Am I audible? All right. All right. Today is going to be a very, very exciting session. We are just going to wait for another 5 minutes to allow everyone to join in. And then we are going to have a very, very exciting session. Um, it's a no question ask session. No question ask. Yes, you can ask any question of your dream, of your choice. I want all of you to sit with a cup of coffee. We will sip coffee and enjoy the session. It's going to be super exciting session, and you can ask me anything. It's an open Q&A session. Ask me anything session. You can, sky's the limit. Padma, you can make everybody on the panelist, because I want everybody. I want nobody today to be as an joining this session as an attendee. I want everybody today with me as a panelist. We are going to talk about things not as a student or as a teacher or as a faculty, but I want to have a very engaging session where everyone in the session is a panelist. So please make everyone panelist. Will that be exciting? Won't that be exciting? Let's break the barrier and break the differences. Let's have all of us as equals today, because a teacher is an incomplete, is completely incomplete without an aspiring students, without students by their side. I am completely incomplete without having you. I want you to play equals today. I want all panelists to, you can unmute yourself, you can switch on your video, we can talk, we can interact, we can have fun. And of course, at the end, I will ensure that all your doubts, everything, anything and everything about your education, about your growth, about your success, about everything is going to be answered today. Any problem with your girlfriend or boyfriend, that is not the subject matter of debate today. But other than that, I'm sure I will be able to address everything. All right. I think we should get started. So let me tell you the objective of this session. The objective of this session is to ensure that you get an opportunity, something that I never had. When I grew up, or when I was growing up, of course, I had aspiration, but I had no guidance. I did not know what do I need to do and where should I take my career ahead? Whom should I talk to? Because people around me were not from the same domain, or you can say the same expertise. I needed people who can help me, guide me, take me where I aspire to be. I remember a small work that I had, which is getting your CA examination form attested, and I just could not find another chartered accountant at my place who can sign this. We had to run around, and almost 2.5 hours we spent finding a fellow chartered accountant who would be agreeing to sign my documents so that I can send it to the ICAI for admission. A basic challenge that I faced in my daily life, as simple as getting my documents signed, because we did not have access to social media. We did not have access to so many other platforms where we can connect to right people, where we can connect to our guides, our mentors. So I thought, let us create something, or let us do something at least on a monthly basis, where we can have a Q&A session and I can help students give that a right set of guidance, which I, as an individual, was deprived of. Let me begin by this session by introducing myself briefly. My name is M Irfat. I'm a chartered accountant. I am a CMA USA. I am a CIMA UK. In addition, I hold another 4 degrees in finance and management accounting. I've been teaching for over 2 decades now and have taught more than 15,000 students in my long teaching career. I have been working for quite long, but I quit my job as a finance manager with Shell Aviation because I wanted to pursue this passion of teaching. So I quit in 2017 and decided that I am going to take the path of being a teacher. And what better day than to celebrate myself or my decision than today? So today I'm here to celebrate my decision, celebrate why I chose to be a teacher, and my journey, my struggle, and my happiness and excitement with you. A lot of people may choose to be a teacher, or may want to be a teacher, but they may not have that determination, or maybe they may not have that freedom to drop in their career and take this path full time. I was lucky enough to do that, and I'm so proud to have been able to do that successfully, if I can say. But again, success is something that my students decide for me. I cannot decide it for myself. So I am here today. I'll keep the session open for all of you. You can unmute yourself. You can be on a video, and let's make this session very, very exciting. I would also take you through my career, my challenges, my aspiration, my determination, my focus, and of course, how I was able to make it. I will also put forward my journey, because I see a lot of students telling me that, is it possible? Can I do it? Uh, do you really think I'm capable of doing it? And my parents don't trust me if I can do. My friends don't trust me. I myself do not trust myself if I am, or if I will be able to succeed, or if I will be able to achieve what I aspire to achieve. I'm going to tell you my background, what kind of marks I scored in my school, what kind of marks I've scored in my class 10, class 12, and of course my graduation. Because I want to completely do away with that myth that your past is the reflection for your future. I hear from a lot of students pursuing chartered accountancy, CMA, CPA, ACCA, many other courses that, so can I do it? Do you really think I can do it? And I I I have no answer, but I want to give out that answer today in the public, so that I want all of you to dream. I want all of you to imagine, visualize, think, because unless you have dreamt for yourself, it is never going to be possible, no matter how smart you are or no matter how dumb you think you are. I would not judge you based on your past achievements. Past achievements could be super great or can be super, super annoying. In both cases, I would always and confidently say your future is a reflection of not your past, but of your dreams. If you're dreaming today, it is certainly going to be possible tomorrow. The whole thing, the whole magic is about, do you dream? I'll keep this session open, and I will take a lot of questions, and I will kickstart this. So let me have Padma here, who's just going to kickstart the session, and I'll ensure you that it is going to be one of the most exciting session you have attended in your recent past. Yes, Padma, over to you.
Hello, sir. Good morning. Am I audible, sir?
Or let me give it an open invitation. Who want to kickstart this session? Any of the panelists who wants to kickstart this session? Anyone? We have Sunil. I love volunteers. I just love volunteers because that shows the confidence level that you come up with. Remember, the only thing that keeps you different or keeps you highlighted from others, from the crowd, is the art of volunteering, or the challenge that you take up, that I want to do it. That's how you create the difference for yourself. Let us have Sunil. Yes, Sunil, you can share your you can unmute yourself. You can be on a video so that we all get to see you.
Hello, hi sir. Hello, am I audible? Hello. Hello.
Yes, Sunil, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Can you put your video also?
Yeah, just one. So I can't. I think you give the permission for start the video.
Okay, you are not able to start your video. All right, no problem. Padma, is there a way out?
Just a moment, sir. Yes, Sunil. Can you go ahead?
Yeah.
I think, Padma, you have to do it for everyone. Yes. Hi, Sunil. We can see you.
Yes, sir. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Yes, Sunil, we want to hear you.
Hello.
Yes, Sunil, we want to hear you. Go ahead. I think he is not able to hear me. Are you able to hear me? Padma, I think he is not able to hear us.
Fine, sir. I think we can go ahead with another volunteer.
Yeah. Anyone else who would want to speak? For some reason, I'm not very sure if he's able to hear us. I think. All right. Let us just continue. I'm sorry he's not able to hear us so well. So let us continue from here. So we will also be coming up with a Clubhouse session. I'm sure all of you have heard about Clubhouse, and now we can also connect there, because there I'm sure this glitch may not be there, and it's quite free, where we can talk, where we can interact, and where we can join and connect together. So we'll be sharing a link for Clubhouse meetings also, wherein we can talk and we can discuss. So let me take you through coming back to this Q&A session, wherein, like I said, I hear from a lot of students that, is it really possible for me to do or to dream or to aspire? Like I said, the first thing and the most important thing out of everything is the art of dreaming. Do you really need to get that art? Answer is, you just need to sit down and dream. What do you aspire to do? Sit down, write it, take that additional efforts, because dream without putting efforts into it is an imagination. All right. So let me differentiate between a dream and an imagination. A dream is something that you are willing to slog for. A dream is something that you are willing to sacrifice for. A dream is something that you are willing to put efforts for. Rest all is imagination. I want dream here. I do not want imagination. So first thing that you must do is dream. Don't look into your past, whether you have achieved it, you have attained it, you have got it. I want you to look into the future. Why looking into the future is very important is because past, yes, are they really a reflection of your own self? Answer is no, not really. There was a time where you never thought about anything. There was a time where you were attending school because parents were forcing. There was a time when you did something because there was a pressure on your head to do something. It was all a pressure game. It's like you don't love to play guitar, but your mom wants you to play guitar. You may play it, but are you enjoying? Are you doing it because you want to do it? Answer is no. Where is the result going to come out of it? It's not going to be great result. Even if you do learn to play guitar, you're not going to become the best guitarist ever, right? Because you were forced to do something. You never wanted to do something. You were sometimes forced to be sent to school. You wanted to go for playing football or something, but you landed up being in a school. You never wanted to study, but you landed up studying. So things that you have done in the past is not a reflection of your future, because of one very important factor, that you were forced, compelled to do certain things. Of course, those were important because that time we did not have that maturity to think for ourselves. So there were parents who thought about you, who sometimes convinced you, motivated you, and sometimes, of course, forced you as well. But today we have all gone beyond it. Today we are doing certain things because we aspire to do it. We are doing certain things because we want to do it. So can I say the past is actually the reflection? Answer is no. The circumstances has completely changed. The situations have changed. Today you want to do it, and there is where you are willing to sacrifice, you are willing to put that additional extra efforts that is required to achieve it. Let me take you through a little background about where I come from. I come from a very humble background, humble in terms of not humility or humbleness in the family domain, but humble in terms of financial integrity. A very basic family where ensuring that we are always fed is the first important I think factor. The second factor comes is education. So I come from a family where fooding, clothing, shelter was the first priority of the family, and the second important priority was ensuring that we get education. But because of financial, so much in the financial, I was sent to a Hindi medium school, because back then affording a Hindi medium education was quite more affordable than affording a fancy English school where, you know, the children can be groomed properly, the children can aspire, dream, be around with some good family or good students from students from great family, of course. So went to a very basic local, you can say, round the corner school, which had just, I think, 10 students. I think in my class there were just 8 students in class 6, or class 5 was, I think, 12 students. So that was a student strength. The entire school strength would be around, if I am not wrong, the entire school students would be around 250. So that was the strength of the entire school. Went there, studied there, couldn't think of anything. Of course, I never wanted to think of anything other than going and playing in the school, but grew up in that humble background. Then that journey came where my father thought that we should be sent to good schools. So from there the struggle started. My father tried sending me to good schools, very good schools. Of course, he had to cut everything to ensure that he can afford it. But unfortunately, we were I was so smart that I could never crack any interview of any of the good schools. All right, so I went to one school, and could not crack the interview. I was shown the gate. I went to another school, could not crack the interview. Third school, fourth school, because I did not know English. Yeah, that was the basic challenge that I had. And back then, I think till now, knowing English is considered to be a benchmark of being successful. I definitely beg to differ on this, because I very proudly consider English or any language as a medium of communication. English being something that most of us, at least a class, understands it as a medium of communication, because we all come from a different background, different dialect, different language. So that's why English, I think, has got little preference. Otherwise, each language has its own power in itself. Kannada, Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam, Hindi, Bhojpuri, Punjabi, Gujarati, everything, I think, has their own strength. English, again, because we are quite diversified. So went to finally got into an upcoming school where they were taking anybody and everybody like a sheep. Any crowd can go and they will take. So I got into it not because I was great, but because I was part of the sheep, the herd that they were taking, and we were the first batch in that school. That's how I got into an English medium school, and then my challenge began, because again, crowded with so many students who come from very good background, coming from uh, uh, English background, again, was a big struggle, and of course an insult also. Sometimes I remember staring, not admiring, literally staring at somebody who spoke flawless English, and I was like, can I ever be like that? So I remember my teacher, Mrs. Sham, as we used to call her. So Teacher Sham, or Mrs. Sham, that's how we addressed her. So Teacher Sham was there, and she just saw me gazing at that girl. I remember that girl. I think her name was Rajshri. So I was just staring at her, and maybe others may think that I'm staring at the girl, but I was actually staring at the way she spoke. And Teacher Sham, as teachers are always great, she was awesome, and she understood what I was actually staring her for. And she looked at me and said, Irfat, or Mudassar, as the teacher used to call me by my first name. And she said, Mudassar, don't worry, child. One day you'll speak better than her. And I was shocked, inspired, and determined. The magic that she did in my life many years back, I remember, and I'm literally getting goosebumps imagining that change, that small statement that she made. And I was like, I am going to do it no matter what. And I became very shameless after that. No matter whether I know, I don't know, I spoke whatever nonsense in English I knew, I spoke. And some words were very exciting. It was like, I never knew SALT is salt. I grew up reading SALT as salt, like many of you. So there were a lot of words that I didn't know, but I spoke it, and it was a matter of a lot of humor in the class. Everybody would, class 7, they would just burst out into laughter. And teacher will look at me, and she'll look at me, and she'll say, at least he says something, at least he tries. And I would again be inspired, shamelessly inspired, that I'm going to continue trying. So that's how my journey began. Was I a very smart student? Answer is no. I always failed in my school. My dad had only one dream, that my child should pass the school. He had only one dream, that my child should pass the school. He never dreamt of me being a rank holder in school, or being something who's an achiever in school. All that he dreamt was that my child should pass the school. Did I pass? Answer is, I think almost all my life I've passed my school with a warning. So your child is warned that next year, if he does not improve, he will be detained. Your child is warned for first term, your child is warned for second term, your child is warned for third term. And somehow my dad would be like, literally beg them and say, please please pass him. And somehow I was not detained, but I never passed my school days back then successfully, without any struggle. In fact, out of 8 subjects or something I would always fail. At least in 4 subjects I would always fail. So I'm telling you all this because I want to set it very rightly in your mind, that your past is not a reflection. I'm going to take you to my entire past, because a lot of students I keep hearing telling me, sir, can I do this? I want to fix that dilemma in your mind for now and forever for you. All this happened. My schooling, class 6 happened, 7 happened, and incidentally in my class 7, I lost both my parents in a road accident, and then the struggle began. I'm not going to be very emotional about it, because my objective here is to convey you certain part of my life. The idea is to tell you that life may not be hunky-dory always, and you are not born to just lose in life because something bad has been done to you by the God. All right. So each one of us may have different challenges in life. Each one of us may go through different struggles. Each struggle is there blessed to you or given to you by wish or by whatever to make you a better person, to make you a better person, to make you bring about the difference in the society. Each one of us is important and here on earth to play a remarkable role. I chose to play, or maybe God chose me to play a role as a teacher, and that's why I'm quite passionate about it. So life happened after losing both the parents, became a struggle, and then I realized that do I want to study or do I want to quit a job and become something, get some skills, become anything. You know, when you don't have financial freedom, all that you care about is ensuring that you get food to eat. Education, I think we cannot think of so much at that point in time, but we kept our thoughts process very firm and clear that education was the priority of my parents and they wanted us to be educated, and we will continue with that priority for the rest of our life. There it all began. We decided that we are not going to leave studies. We are going to be a little more focused, continued that, but again, half-heartedly. Passed my class 8, somehow struggled, not great because immediate transformation cannot happen. Passed my class 9 again, then 10 again, somehow. And during that time, during that class 9 and 10, there was a remarkable change because one teacher, one very special person came in my life who actually worked to transform my life. She worked with me, she motivated me, dedicated a lot of her time to ensure that I succeed, because she was quite hurt with the background that I come from. And she was extremely supportive to me. And I don't know for what reason, but for some reason, there's a God who just sent her around me and just protected me through and through. From being a failure in class 6, 7, 8, 9, up till 9, in my class 10, in the third year of or third exam of class 10, I was a second ranker in my class. Was it a great success for a person like me? It was definitely a remarkable success. Went on to class 1, class 11, first PUC, grade 12, class 12, and then could not continue with that momentum because she was not there anymore to help me and guide me. So it was basically a teacher who brought out the best in me, made me realize that I am capable of, but you need such person around you for the rest of your life. Somebody whom you like, whom you trust, and whom you respect. Somebody you need. I remember class 10 was remarkable change because she was there around me all through and through, and I could achieve that just because she trusted me so much. Am I still in touch with her? Of course I am, and I am going to be in touch with her for the rest of my life. So because that remarkable she had been to my life. Class 11 and 12 went on normal, nothing so great happened. No major dream. Went on to my graduation from a very small college, because affordability was still a question. I remember my college fees was 5,000 rupees for the first year, some 6,000 or 7,000 for the second year, and something around that. So within 10 to 15,000, my college was also done. But after passing college, I realized that there is something to be done. There is something to be done. Life cannot be lived like this. And there is where the journey began. There is where I never looked into my past to work as a reflection of my future. I looked at the future with glaring eyes, with lot of determination, with lot of hope, and was willing to sacrifice anything and everything on earth to achieve that. Because after graduation, I realized that my qualification is not enough to support the next 40 years of my life. It is not enough to give me what I want for the next 40 years. Maybe 10 years it can. I can jump into a call center, jump into any kind of BPO, KPO, a small company, or anywhere, and maybe work for some time, earn 10,000, 20,000, 25,000, 30,000, whatever. But really, with 30,000, which comes around 3,60,000, can I live my life? Can I get married, have children? Can I buy a house? Can I buy a car? These are all, you can say these are all, greed. Yes, you can call it a greed, but for me, it was a need because I dreamt of it and I was willing to work for it. There's a difference between greed and need. Greed is where you are just dreaming of something without wanting to work for it. You're not wanting to earn it. You're wanting to have it without earning it. I had a need because I wanted to work for it and I was willing to go that extra mile that it required for me to achieve it. I was willing to sacrifice everything for it. And then the journey began for anything and everything that I have been able to achieve. If you want my marks, I want to tell you that in my graduation, I have scored how much? So if I take an aggregate of 3 years of graduation, I have scored 51.25% marks in my graduation, which I am 100% sure must be lower than 99% of all the people who is watching me today. But my CA marks are much, much higher than my graduation marks. My every exam that I have given in my life, all the exam marks are much, much higher than my BCom marks. In fact, my first interviewer or few of the first interviews always raise this question: why is your BCom marks lower than your CA marks? CA should be lower, right? So my answer was very simple. This is something that I wanted to do, and that is something that I never wanted to do. This is something where I was willing to sacrifice. That was something that I was not willing to sacrifice anything. I was willing to go extra mile for this. For that, the only mile that I traveled was from my guest room or PG to my college. That was the only mile I traveled for my college. That too, almost 75% of the time, I never went to college. So, sir, how did you get attendance? Every college does not have attendance issues. You can still attend college without attendance. Yeah, so almost 75% of the days I never went to college. 25% of the days that I went, I think out of that 15% or 50% of that I would have spent in my canteen, enjoying the people, the talk, the conversation, and not attending my class. So I just never attended my class. I'm not proud of it. But I'm just telling you, when you don't have a dream, you don't want to work for it. Everything is falling apart because you are not serious or you are not willing to go that extra mile. So I'm definitely not proud about what I have done. I'm sure I would have done better, but I have no regret, because sometimes your dreams, or sometimes when you look back, you don't look back at the great things that you have done. You sometimes look back and enjoy the stupid things that you have done. You smile, for the stupid little things that you have done. Getting a rank can give you a smile, but it will not give you that humor when you talk to your friends. This gives me humor, a little reason that the past had been beautiful and I had fun at every moment of my life. I'm not dead and I'm not very old till now, but yes, it still gives me the sense of satisfaction. It still gives me that yes, I had a fun. I had a lot of fun in my college days, enjoying my canteen, and of course later becoming serious and aspiring and achieving what I wanted to achieve. So that's my journey. That's my journey in life till I became a chartered accountant, till I became a CMA, till I became a CIMA, till I became a master in business finance, till I became a lot more. But the journey was that. Till 2017, I worked with many companies. I've not worked with like a lot more companies because I was committed and spent quite a good amount of time with each of these companies. But I think 2011 onwards came a time where I thought I want to dedicate myself to teaching. So 2011 passed, I could not decide. 2012 passed, I could not decide about quitting my job, but I started teaching on my every possible possible time that I had in my life. I was crazy for teaching, and my schedules were like super crazy. So I would teach early morning. I remember my batch used to start, or not batch, I started as a home tutor. I was not but I took it very seriously. Though I started teaching way too early in my life. During my class 12 days, I started teaching, continued, but I did not earn money out of it. I just got little money to sustain. But I remember from 2011 onwards, I took it very seriously, and I said, let me earn a living out of it if I can. And journey began, taught home tuitions, enjoyed it, saw them succeed, got blessing from their parents, of course, got excitement from the students, because I could see them succeed in their various examination, and the journey never stopped. So from 2011 onwards, I've been fully dedicated into teaching. Like I said, I started from my school days, but I was not making a living, because many of them never used to pay me. I was not that great teacher, maybe. But from there onwards, that journey has been quite remarkable. I've been earning a living out of it. Not really, because I was working also, but that's my journey, from nothing to something, and from something to becoming something more. And the journey still continues. I'm quite happy with what I do, as a lecturer, as a teacher, as a mentor, as a friend, as many roles that I play in my life. But the best and the most satisfying part of my life is that I'm proud to call myself a teacher, and I'm here to give out all my experiences to you, because I want to just plant one small seed in all of you today, and I want you to keep watering it every day. And the seed is a small dream that I want you to have for yourself today. I dreamt of it. I cannot say that I'm super successful, but what is success is not just becoming Bill Gates, or becoming Elon Musk, or becoming Mukesh Ambani. Yes, that is success, no doubt. But is that the only success? In my opinion, success is achieving anything and everything that you want in your life. You want to pass your class 12, you did it greatly, that is success for you. You wanted to become a CA, you did it, that is a success for you. I wanted to become a teacher, I became, that is a success for me. Whether I earn or I don't earn, I don't really consider success as that. I mainly consider it as achieving what you aspired to achieve. That's success as per my dictionary of success. So I think this is all about me today. And today, incidentally, it is the first time in my life that I have opened up and I have told something, or I have told in open forum about my journey in my life. Of course, there are so many turns and so many twists, so many things, so many ups and downs, so many, not so many, girlfriends, not girlfriends, breakup, patch up, heartbreaks, struggles, sacrifices. There's so many things. Of course, each one of us may be having one, two, or multiple. I'm not sure, but yes, you would be having somebody in your life, and how they motivated you, how they guided you, how they helped you be a better version of yourself. Of course, I had those partners in my life who made me a better version of myself. I keep telling everybody, all my students, that there's nothing wrong to be hooking with somebody, but you should always ensure that the partner that you choose, you may marry, you may not marry, I don't know, that's for the God, because he has decided that, but ensure that the person whom you are being with makes you a better version of yourself, better version every day, takes out the best part in you, supports you for the good that you have, guides you for the things that you may want to leave, quit. In simple words, just makes you a better version of yourself every day, every month, every year, and you appreciate the association with that person when they are not there anymore in your life for whatsoever reason. We may just walk out because our paths change. We may just try to just fall off because we have different dreams, different aspirations, or for whatsoever reason. Today reasons can be infinite. You ask your parents, what is the reason? Caste is the reason. She's of a different caste, you are of a different caste. Religion was always a reason, but today caste is a reason. I'm sure it was yesterday also. But for whatever reason, for whatever time that you spend together, you must ensure that the person that you choose to be makes you feel good about yourself, makes you more confident about yourself, takes you closer to your dream, takes that pain of holding your hand, making you walk, making you dream, making you a better person. That's a relationship. I have been into my share of relationship as well, and I'm quite proud of it, because when I look back to them, I always look back to those moments with a lot of excitement, with lot of happiness, and I actually dedicate a good part of my success to those people who stayed for me, who stayed with me, who saw the struggle, and who smiled, and who smiles today also when they see me, what I have become or what I have made of myself, a better version of me every day. So I'm sure this journey would help you. I hope that it helps you, and I hope that it takes you. This is my way of dedicating myself and or celebrating an awesome and a first of its kind Teachers' Day. There's nothing particular that I had planned for today. I just wanted to be natural. I just wanted to be open. I just wanted to be me, and I just wanted to ensure that there can be some story that can help you, take you closer to your imagination. Is it? No, dreams. That's a difference, So I think this is all I have for you today. I will open up the question answers session for you. You are free to ask me anything. Don't ask me for a girlfriend. Don't ask me, sir, how many girls you had. No. Other than that, you are free to ask me any question today, and I will ensure that that your time is well utilized and you are answered for everything.
Thank you so much, sir, for that inspiration words and your story. And we have a couple of students here, sir. We have Vandana, we have Sajil, who wants to share a few words about you, sir.
They're welcome, always.
Okay, so let me start. Hello, sir. Am I audible? A very happy Teachers' Day to you.
Thank you so much, Sajal.
I mean, it's a great honor to to be able to talk to you. I would love to meet you today, but yes, we are very miles apart. So, but yes, very connected through technology. So yeah, happy Teachers' Day to you. And it's a great moment when you are able to talk to your teachers and connect with them even when you are miles apart. So good, like we are connected to you. And apart from studies or apart from our course or curriculum, I have been able to derive many motivating things from you. So that is a great contribution from your side. And not all teachers are like that. So I really like that thing in you. And sir, I just want to ask you one question that uh, in spite of so many difficulties or hurdles, have you never thought that, maybe you can settle down for a job, just go for a job, not pursue not go for your own teaching or business or something, in middle of it, have you never thought like there might be some moments where you felt low? So I just at the back of that I was thinking that, because your journey has been so long and so good to see for all of us, especially at this point of time. So that's my question, sir.
I think that's a very important thing that you have asked. I remember, I'll take you through a flashback. When I was working, I always wanted to do something which keeps me happy. I keep telling that, in fact, my father has been the biggest motivation in my life, and my teacher, one in particular that I mentioned. My father told me always one thing, and he said, everybody wants money in their life. Even I want. But what I do not want is run behind money. Because the moment you start running behind money, money is something that will always make you run for the rest of your life. And there will be a time where you'll have a lot of it, but you'll have no worth of it. Or there will be a time when you will realize that you did not earn anything in your life other than just money. And you will still not be satisfied with it. So he always, there's one particular, you can say at that time, we call it dialogue. Again, Papa started something inside, when parents give some gyan lecture, we call it, again, he started. Okay, inside, outside, you can't say otherwise. So, so inside, I remember my dad used to always make these statement telling that in life, you should never run behind money. If you run behind money, money will make you run all your life. All that you should run behind is your passion. Run behind your passion, and a time will come when money will run behind you. So run behind your passion. There are 2-3 things which are so embedded in me till today. This is one quote that I think it just defines my life. The second quote that I remember my teacher gave me, which is very important, which I want everyone to have it. And I'll spend a little more time. She gave me a quote. It was like this, and it was cut from a card or something. I wish I have it now, but I have it, but at my home, means my home, there I have it. I don't have it here with me. I wish I had it. I would have shared with you, but I will share sometime. So this was a play card kind of a thing, and it was a cutting from somewhere she had got it cut, and she had kept it for me. And here it was written that there were a lot of people running. It was an animated thing. There were a lot of people running, and on top it was written something which I want to write and don't want to say. This was written in that. So God never created you. God never created you to fail in life. Each one of us, there is some objective, there's some purpose why he created us. There's some objective. We have to search that purpose in life. You may just get it like this on your plate as served as a platter, or you may have to search for it. And she told me, laminate this and make it a locket for yourself. She may have told it just jokingly out of humor, and I was such a dedicated child back then that I thought that she actually meant it. And I actually went and got this laminated, got a hole put in this, and put it as a locket for myself and wore it for so many days till I met her one day and I showed her that, I have made a locket out of it, and she just laughed so much. She said, I was just joking. And I was like so dedicated. I just made a locket out of it and I actually wore it for so many days. And when I met her, I just showed her and she was like, I didn't mean it literally. I was just joking for you and you actually did it. So understand the trust that I had in her. That is important. I had that trust that whatever she's telling, let me do it, because I trusted her so much. Until today, of course I do. So this is something that I want to share with you. God has never created us for failure. We have to believe that, and we have to work towards it. And second, about quitting my job, I remember my interview with my last interview with the job with my boss, wherein he told me that, are you really serious that you want to quit? Because I was the finance manager, and if I quit, it has to be reported to the board of directors. All right. So of course, nobody wants the top people to leave just like that. So I had a meeting with my boss, and he told me, the CFO of the company, that he said that, are you serious? You want to quit and pursue your passion for teaching? I said, yes, I have discussed about this, and I have been thinking about this for quite long. There is some background to this. I'm not going into detail, but yes, I said that yes. He said, I'll give you 7 days, I'll give you 1 week, think about it, and then come back again, because whatever you are earning here, you may not earn there. You may fail, you may do this, you may do that. Of course, that's true, naturally. But he gave me 1 week to think, and I went the next day to my boss and said that, I think I have taken my call, and I want to pursue my passion for teaching, and only for teaching. And he was quite shocked or disappointed, I don't know, but yeah, that was quite strange that somebody wants to quit the job and pursue teaching. Very rarely people do, but I did it because that was my passion. And after quitting my job for 6 months, I did not know what am I doing, where am I going to go. But yes, I was happy within that, that I am teaching, and I'm trying to give my best to the people who trust me. Of course, as a teacher, you may not make so much money, but you may definitely transform lives. At the end of your life, my boss will not remember me, but my students whose life I was able to transform would definitely. There's a difference. Money everybody earns. Like I always say, everybody earns money. Even a beggar in Bangalore makes a lot of money. Trust me, they make a lot of money. But there's a difference between money, which everybody earns, and something that I tried or I wanted to earn. So that's inspired me. And of course, students like you inspire me. I received a message today. Which I want to read out from one of the student uh, who wrote a small but very powerful message. I want to spend 1 minute on this message. M Irfat, I would say a big name. He would say, I am nothing. The person who have guts to drop his job, to run behind his dreams, and each problem of life to resolve. Proudly to pursue his career as a successful teacher, professor, making lives of hundreds of students, bringing a smile on their faces. He seems to be a prudent person. Students call him the god of cost accounting. The happiness of this he keeps flaunting, which I generally do. All jokes move around love, girlfriends, heartbreaking. A special tick he puts while explaining. If you observe closely, all ticks are placed reverse. The one who would enter your online class, but make sure that he does put on the glasses, does not, then he would make sure that you have all logged in. He will wait for you. A teacher I know who would himself call a topic dry or boring, but his sense of humor makes the things very interesting. A lot more. It's a very long message. It's a very long message that she has written. I wish I can read out the entire message, but something that she observed, and she wrote her heart today on Teachers' Day, just to celebrate this day with me. Yes, Sajid. So the bottom line, the moral of the story is, please do not run behind money. Money will run behind you. One day, run behind your passion, run behind your aspiration, run behind your dreams. Money will follow you. Just a matter of some time.
Yes, sir. So you always make her realize that, it's a bottom line that none of us are perfect. So it feels really nice.
Thank you, Sajal. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts.
Hi, good afternoon, sir. This is Vandana.
Hi, Vandana.
A very happy Teachers' Day to you, sir.
Thank you so much, Vandana.
And I just want to take like a minute to thank you. It's just been a month. I joined you on 9th August, joined the NSA on 9th August. And it's been a month. And to all of the others who are there, it's my experience has been really great with the Irfat Sir. And I think one thing that he's continuously been talking about in this on this meeting is that everyone talks about, whichever institute you go, they talk about study or syllabus and everything. But I think what more we want is the confidence and the success stories and how to deal with stress. So which I've seen in, in our classes, during our classes, you take up like 2-3 minutes to talk about, and like how you just mentioned, don't run after money. And you're always encouraging. This is what really means to me and helps me. So thank you so much, sir. And I know having a personal conversation with you before, I was double-minded if I too should, join for CMA. And you really very patiently, I was looking at the watch, but you very patiently answered all my questions and more than that. So thank you so much, sir. And I'm really grateful for your these guidances beyond just academic. And I'm really looking forward to clearing my CMA in the first attempt.
Sure. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, sir.
Thank you.
So all of us are just trying our best to make you much proud. And I and all of us promise that we would give our best. Yeah.
Absolutely, Sajal.
Thank you so much. That gives
Hello,
me
sir.
another reason for celebration.
Hello, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Hi, this is Partha Chaudhary. So
Yes.
I just wanted to add something about the Irfat sir. Okay, before we come to him, I just wanted to add myself something. Like, I'm basically a SAP consultant I'm working for last 17 years. But what happened in the when I completed my BCom, I always trying to pursue CMA, but somehow it's not happened. So in between, when I worked in IT industry, I completed my MCom, I completed my MBA, but some in the back of the mind, I always wanted to be a ICW, cost accountants, but never happened. So at the age of 41 or 42, I was thinking like, when I thought like, whether I could able to do that, because, I was searching like, US CMA, we can able to clear it within 1.5 year time. So that point of I was searching in 2019, I start searching how to do that US CMA, because I feel I can able to do that. So, and finally I landed up with a, NSA. And after, I've not done it, huge research on that, but in the back of my mind, I saw one of the, videos of Irfat Sir, and I find, okay, he is the best person to, to, enroll me into that NSA. And believe me, I have taken the right decisions, because I feel that I have joined the NSS session classes the month of June. I'm feeling that whatever he taught me, awesome. He cleared all my concept, and since 2005, I stopped reading anything related to accountancy, or I'm almost forgotten everything. But thank you, sir. You the way you teach everything, I remember each and everything now. And thanks to you, your teaching is really awesome. You are very involved. And yeah, I think I've taken a very right decisions. I don't know whether I try my best passing and not passing in one attempt. That's a different, but I feel I have a lot more concept now, and I can do my job much better way. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I don't want to shed tears here in public, but I'm I'm so lucky to have been able to deliver, and of course, always feel glad and blessed that I have students who trust me. So thankful for it. Thankful to the God.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon. Simran Pal here.
Oh, Simran Pal. Yes, Simran Pal. How are you?
Fine, sir. Actually, first of all, I would like to add something that as I told that I found about NSA from Quora, and when I saw that about NSA, children of NSA has written that Irfat Sir is God of costing. Then I joined NSA after reading that, and the way you teach in the class is really incredible, sir. I first time found so good accounting teacher. I feel sometimes that you must join my college. And really, sir, as the person who spoke last mentioned that all the concepts taught by you are so clear, and the books you have given us is also very great. And I am really I'm really thankful to God that I came to your classes, because without you the CMA journey would be incomplete. It means it would be very difficult for me to complete CMA journey without your teaching.
Oh my
And
God.
you are not only the God of costing, but according to me, you are the Shakespeare of costing.
Okay, I'll take that compliment.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Simran Pal. I'll keep this session open. If you have any question, you can ask me, and I will ensure that we keep this session very engaging and very involving. You can unmute yourself. You want to ask any question, you can of course ask about life, about, like I said, about everything except girlfriend. Yeah, because I was not very good at it. So
Thank you for having this session, sir, because this has given us an opportunity to wish you Happy Teachers Day on 5th September. So thanks to you and the team to have this session for us today.
it was just decided at the last moment. Padma was the artist for this, because there are a lot of students have been wanting to have a session where we can talk, we can have an informal session. So Padma was the artist who said, let's have one session on Teachers Day, just to have a casual conversation about what we should do, how we should take life, how we should accept challenges and make it work. So it was, I think all goes to you and to Padma.
Thanks a lot to Padma, ma'am.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes, please go ahead.
As I think I've seen in other webinars by you also, you mentioned that part 2 is comparatively easier than part 1, and it takes less time for preparation. I mean, that is on us, that we have to really study. There's no compromise on that. So I just wanted to understand, sir, because I've just joined in August. I wanted to know that your the part 2 batch will be starting very recently now, I think in 2 weeks time after section A of part 1. So August, so we are in September now. So by when will part 2 syllabus will be done by you? And I think I've asked you before also this during the class, but I think I'm not confident about myself. So I just need to understand, how do I go about part 2 preparation so I'm able to attempt the exam in January, February?
So part 2 is going to be, part 2 takes comparatively much lesser time to complete than part 1. And part 2 would be completed by December, early December, or max mid-December. And then you can write the exam in January or February. You will be quite comfortable. It takes comparatively shorter time, and the time that we have is more than enough. All that you need to do is ensure that you are studying simultaneously while you are being taught.
Correct. Okay. So by Feb, end or mid-Feb or Feb, and we can take a part 2 exam.
Yes.
And then next for part 1, it will be May and June cycle, or
yes,
the next cycle? Okay,
yes.
May, June. All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, I wanted to ask that I was planning to appear in September October cycle, but I want to be very perfectly prepared before I appear for exam, and not just to appear, just for appearing for this. Just I want to keep my patience. So I just wanted to ask, sir, can I just appear for January, February for both the parts? Because I would be perfect. I would try to be, perfectly prepared by then. Or should I just save time?
I'll tell you one thing. There is one very important thing. There is one very important thing that I want to tell you all today. The importance of having a timeline for everything. You all need to have a timeline in your life. You want to achieve something? Yes, put a timeline. Trust me, the moment you keep a timeline, there is a restriction. There is a restriction that you have put in. There's a pressure on your head to achieve it within that time. And like I said, every success makes you celebrate, gives you a reason to celebrate. This is also this can also be a double reason to celebrate, that I succeeded, and I succeeded within the timeline that I had set for myself. Most of the people I know, like for example, you talk about working out, joining gym, or doing something, starting study. Every one of us have one thing, that I will do it from tomorrow. I will do it from tomorrow. From tomorrow, I'll do this. From tomorrow, I'm going to work out. From tomorrow, I'm going to take care of myself, my body, everything. But that tomorrow, tomorrow does not come so easily, right? So I want all of you to have a time frame, that I want to do this within this time. That is very important. Unless you tell yourself, I am going to do this within your time, your success is maybe elusive to you. Second thing is, there is never going to be a time called best time. There's never going to be a time that I'm fully satisfied with my preparation. It is not going to be. There is nothing, in Ratan Tata's language, there's nothing called the best decision. It is all about taking a decision and making it right. Because there's just nothing called, right decision. Take a decision, make it right. So you don't have to think that, I will be very fully prepared by this time. What I'm happy about, what you said is, there is a time that you have put and you want to achieve it within the time, which is important. But I don't want the time to be very far, because the moment you have an objective to be achieved so late, you are going to start working also very late. I want the objective to be kept nearer, little nearer, so that it makes you work harder for it. So don't make the objective so far. I think you can keep it little shorter. Even if you go one part at a time, it's okay. There's nothing. Don't try to prove anything to the world. Try to prove to yourself. Try to prove to yourself. Go one step ahead of things that you believe you can't do. Not what others believe. Others will not be there. They will never be there to celebrate your success with open heart. All right. Only parents and teachers celebrate your success with open heart. So don't live life for anybody's satisfaction. Live life for your own satisfaction. So put a target for yourself, a target which actually challenges you. So, and you can take both parts at a time. You can take one part at a time. It is completely your decision, but do it because you want to do it.
Sir, like CA, is it like we can appear one by one for every part? It's not
Yes.
that we will have some benefit for
No.
appearing both.
No.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
We have question, Jenny. I think some question. Yeah, please go ahead.
Sir, I have a question that if we tell that I have to give as I have planned to give my exam between 20 and 25th October this year, my first part. So is it means, can we give at that time?
What is wrong? 100% right. 100% right. You can go ahead. 100% right. But before writing your exam, ensure that you are writing a lot of tests. That's all. You are writing a lot of tests. That's all I would say. Padma, you have to, there are a lot of questions that I have received, but I think it would be good that if they speak it out so that we can answer those questions. Sir, did you face any financial difficulty while switching from corporate job to teaching? Answer is yes, there was a lot of financial difficulty, but I was ready for it. I was ready for it. I'm proud of one thing, that we made that decision and we jumped into it. Of course, one day I remember I was just sitting and thinking that, what if we fail? Like, it's okay. If I fail, so what? I'm still a teacher. I can still teach. So there's nothing called failure, because you have skills. You have to trust your skills. Failure will not come because you have skills to survive that. So work on your skills. Failure will be little scared. And even if you fail, you will be satisfied that you tried doing what you are happy doing. And happiness is the most important part at the end of your life. You can unmute yourself and ask your question. We'll wrap the session at in another sometime.
Hello, sir.
Hello, just let me know your name.
Matsi Bhai. I am Matsi Bhai.
Yes, please go ahead. Hi. Hi, Matsi Bhai.
Thank you, sir, for motivational words. Touch in my heart, your words.
Thank you so much. I just want a difference to be made, not in my life, but in your life. Your tomorrow should be better.
Thank you. I just passed 12th, sir. Now I focus on US CMA. I first time joined your webinar.
Okay.
I really inspired to your webinar.
All right. Thank you, Maz.
Thank you, sir, for all.
Hello, sir. This is Subhashini.
Hi, Vashmi. Okay.
No, Subhashini.
Okay, Subhashini. Yeah. Hi, Subhashini.
Happy Teachers' Day, first of all. And I wanted to know, like, daily things we have to do. Like, I was planning to do the CMA exams by May or June. So
Okay.
I just wanted to know the key things we have to do every day. Like, some people will say, like, 2 hours you need to be focused on your studies, like that. So what are the key essential things I need to take care of, and which subject I need to focus first, and then move on further, like that?
See, the first thing that I would always say is don't listen to what everybody has to say. Listen to one person or two people. If you listen to everybody, it's always going to be very, very confusing in your mind. First is listen to yourself. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? Where are your challenges? All right. Because if you ask me, sir, where is my weakness? I may not be able to tell you, because that is something that you know best about yourself. So the first thing is, whenever you want to start something, the starting is always challenging. So start with something that you really enjoy. Start with something that you really understand well. You are quite comfortable and it is not huge to be covered. So start with something, because starting is the most challenging thing. And if you can start with something which is exciting to you, I think starting will not be difficult for you. So get started with anything, any part, any topic, any section that you are confident about, you enjoy studying, most important. And once you have started, then you go in the sequence. Like, if you ask me, how do I study till today? I take a book and I look at all the chapters, which chapter is the most interesting, that I will start. Second, I will write the page numbers in each chapter, how many pages I have to study. First, I will study interesting. Second, I will study whichever is least number of pages, because I want to play with my psychology. If I do that, what will happen? Suppose I have to study 20 chapters in total. So through psychologically, I'm going to win that battle, because I will tell, I have done, 5 chapters are done, 8 chapters are done, 12 chapters are done, 18 chapters are done. Like that, I can tell. There may be 2 chapters, or there may be 5 chapters, which is very, very big. That may be 50% of the syllabus, those 5 chapters. But in my mind, what am I telling? I have done 15, just 5 more to do. That 5 may be big, okay, but only 5. So win that psychological battle with your own self. Start with something that you enjoy, because you don't want to reach a situation where you started and you're like, oh my God, how will I do it? And you just closed it. You got frustrated. No, you need to enjoy. Studying should be something that excites you, not something that you are pressurizing yourself to do.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your kind words.
Hello, sir. I have a question. One.
Yes, please go ahead.
Can I do after 1 year college USCMA?
You can do anytime. You can do anytime. You have to set that target for yourself. You have to set that target. What is the best time? The best time in everyone's life. You know, I'm sure all of you must have watched Kung Fu Panda. Yeah. So you have to look at that line. I love animated movies and I only watch animated movies. So Kung Fu Panda, I've watched it multiple times. So in that movie, it says, you know, the past is history and the future is a mystery. And today, what is today? Today is the best thing, and that is why it is called the present. Yeah. So the best time in life is always, always, always today. All right. So that is all I will tell. So you can do it, of course, anytime in your life, but for anything and everything, you have to decide today.
Thank you, sir.
Padma, are we done? Should we take more questions? Being Chetri, I think Chetri, you can unmute yourself and ask a question. Let it be very interactive session so that I'm able to take question and we are all able to learn from your question.
Hello, sir.
Hi.
Sir, am I audible?
Of course, you are audible and you are very energetic, energetically audible.
Okay, first of all, it's Jayata this side and happy Teachers Day, sir.
Thank you so
sir,
much.
Okay, sir, I actually have been planning to pursue CMA after graduation since last year, but due to unavoidable circumstances, I've been thinking of starting my CMA from next year. So, and have my and give my exams in September and October window. So, sir, can you inform me the month I can join for part 1 next year?
So, first is don't worry about you are in which year of your graduation?
Actually, tomorrow is my last exam for final year.
Okay, tomorrow is the last exam for final year. I think, see, there are two ways you can join CMA, one as a student, one as a professional. All right. So if you join as a student, your total investment in CMA is much, much, much lesser. But if the same course you join as a professional, your total course fees becomes much more expensive. So I would always recommend everybody, if you are doing undergraduate program, if you are in undergraduation immediately, go for CMA or at least register immediately so that you come under the student category. But if you pass your graduation, you will go under the professional category. You will simply land up paying almost 30,000-40,000 more money to IMA, to the Institute of Management Accountants. So in my opinion, you can choose to do any time, but since you are a student, you must register immediately before you write or before you pass your graduation, so that you get registered under a student category, because it will save a lot of money for yourself. So you can write the exam anytime, but you should register when you are a student.
Okay, thank you very much, sir.
One more thing, because if you register as a student, you get 3 years to write the exam. So you can write the exam next year also, and you don't have to pay additionally, provided you have registered while you were a student.
Then, sir, when will I be able to join part 1 courses? or classes?
You can join, you can call up Padma, take this call offline with Padma, and Padma will help you understand all that so that you can understand it. But my advice would be, there's no reason to burn that extra money in case you can save.
Okay.
Can we have the next question? Thank you, Abhinav. First of all, happy Teachers Day to you, sir. What is the time, when the time comes after passing CMA, what is the main skills we will have to gain in order to get a first job? Please tell about only about fresher. See, the moment you pass your CMA, you have proven your skills. All right. Do you need to have additional skills? Answer is I don't think so, because you are looking out for opportunity as a fresher. As a fresher, companies expect you to have that knowledge. Skills you may not have because you're applying as a fresher, right? So you don't have to worry about those skills so much. All that you need to worry about is passing the exam, and you will have huge amount of knowledge, and that you can leave it on me. I will ensure that you will certainly have it. All right, I think we have taken so many questions. I'm so happy to be able to address all your questions. If you have any more questions, there is a WhatsApp group that you can join, and Padma can share the link of that WhatsApp group. You can join. If you have any more question which you would want me to take up, you can put that in the next session. We will try to have it every month. Ask me anything, and we will try to make it much more interactive, wherein all your questions, every questions that you may have, except.
So we have almost 2 questions, sir.
Okay. Yes, please go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, hi.
Yeah, hi, sir. Good morning, good afternoon, sir. Happy Teachers Day, sir. Myself, Nikita. I have got no questions for you, sir, but I just want to thank you from my heart for being so open today. And it's really very motivating and inspiring, sir. I just hope that all of us get inspired from you, sir. And yes, sir, we learn a lot from you, sir. And thank you so much for you, sir. You are a great teacher. Happy Teachers Day, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I don't, I am generally not able to be so humble to accept all that, but still on this day, I will accept everything. Anything else, Padma? We'll wrap up.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello. Hi, sir. This is Samreen here.
Yes, Samreen.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to join your academy, North Star. And you are really inspiring, and I wanted a mentor like you. So can I know from when are the next batches going to start?
The next batch for CMA is going to start from 15th of September. We hardly have another 10 days for the next batch. The batch registrations and everything is going to end on the 10th. So till 10th, all any of you or is the date when the registration will be closing. So 10th is the date for completion of the registration. 10th of September.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Hello.
Yes, you are audible. I can hear you.
Yes. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir, myself Pankaj Malia.
Yes, Pankaj.
Sir, I want to know. Actually, I'm working professional, and I have done MBA Finance.
Okay.
So actually, in current profile, I'm looking after purchase and account function. So I want to know about that. If I do this course, then it will be sufficient for me, just like for future growth, or again I have to do some CPA or like that.
See, first is there are a lot of courses today. If I heard your question right, there are a lot of courses today which can help you grow. It is not just CMA. Any course that you bring to a conclusion, that you complete it successfully, is going to help you add value to your profile. Any course for that matter. If you are completing it, it is going to add significant value to your profile. But the most important question that you must always ask yourself is two things. Question number one, how much money are you willing to invest? Because it's not something that we'll just pluck it and put it, right? There's something that I need to plan for. The second and the more important for working professionals, the more important question for working professional is, how much time do I have to invest? You may have the resource because you're working, you are willing to invest, you know the value, but you may not have time to invest. For example, if you want to go for CMA, CPA, ACCA, CIA, CIMA, so many things, CFA, how much time each one takes, you have to plan that, you have to understand that and budget it in your time schedule. For example, if you want to do either of these courses, how much time does it take? How much you have? If it matches, go ahead with it. If it does not match, you are wasting your money, you are wasting your time, and most importantly, you are wasting your confidence. Because if you put money, you put time, and if you do not succeed, it will cost you the most precious thing in your life, that is your motivation and confidence. I don't want you to waste that important part, your confidence, your motivation. So please, before joining a course, research about how much time it will take and how much time you have. The third one very important point which I want to add here is I just missed out the third important point which I want to add. I just missed out that point, but anyways, if it just comes in my mind, I'll tell you. But two important points, like I said, the time and the investment that you want to do. Yeah, the third point, I just clicked me. The third important point is that when you are enrolling for a course after a long gap with your last qualification, your graduation, your MBA, your MCom, if there is a huge gap, please do not over expect from yourself. Please do not think that, I'm going to just do it. You have not been studying for quite long. Starting again is going to be challenging. Don't get into a course which is very long, because you have not studied for very long. You're just putting so much pressure suddenly on your head. It's not going to be very properly, or it may not be properly handled. So don't commit yourself to a very long course, like for example ACCA. If you have not studied for at least 5, 6 years, 10 years, don't commit yourself to ACCA, because ACCA will take 3.5 years. You cannot wait for the next success for 3 years. You cannot, right? You cannot get into CIMA and say, I'm going to study for the next 4 years. No, you cannot. You want quick success. You want quick fix to your problem. If you have a problem today, you want answer immediately. I'm sure you would not want to wait for the next 3 years to find an answer to that question, because after 1 year, you may just exhaust yourself. You will be like, I can't sacrifice my Saturday, Sunday for the next 3 years. I can't. And this you will realize after investing money and after spending at least 3-4 months. And then what? You will again go low on motivation. You will go low on confidence. You will not want to invest ever again, because you will think that, I burnt my money. I burnt my money. You did not think wisely. So 3 things you have to remember always when you are coming back to studies after a long time. Plan for something which may not be very big, but it is good enough, because completing anything, even small, is the success, not taking big thing and leaving it in the mid. Second thing, Take your qualification. This is very important point. I want to spend 1 more minute on this. Remember, all your qualification is your car. Just think, it's your car, it's your bike, it's your bus. Any qualification that you have, it's your mode of transportation in life. You cannot get a qualification and say, I am going to sit on it and travel the next 40 years of my career. The car may just wear out. It may not run for 40 years. Every qualification is a car on which you are traveling, or you are going to travel for the next 20, 30, 40 years of your life. You cannot trust just one car. It will become out of technology. It will become outdated maybe after 10 years. So any qualification is not going to take you for the rest of your life. You will certainly become outdated. The way we are evolving, the way technology, the way things are changing so robust, so fast. I would always suggest, whether it's CA, CMA, CPA, CIA, anything for that matter, this should be kept in mind that this qualification is going to help me for the next 5 to 10 years. After that, I have to upgrade myself. I have to. So please don't think that, CMA is going to solve my problem for the remaining part of my life. No, for that matter, nothing is going to solve your problem for the rest of your life. You have to keep upgrading yourself. So, but when you upgrade, go for a small thing, achieve it, feel excited about it, get rewarded for it, and then go for the next one, achieve it. Because next one achieving will be more realistic, because you have already experienced, you have already worked, you know the planning, you know strategy, you know investment, you have done it, you are confident, you have succeeded, you are excited. Let your excitement drive you for the next bigger target. That's a way that you plan your life. I hope it answers. All right, Padma, anything? We had a very, very exciting session. I never expected it to become so exciting. You guys are taking the best out of me today, actually, with your questions. I hope that I was able to make a valuable contribution to your life. I hope that this session could inspire you and could help you take your journey one step closer to your aspiration. The whole objective of North Star, if you have looked at the North Star name, it is guiding aspiration to excellence. My job as a mentor here is just to ensure that I am able to successfully guide all your aspirations and take you towards excellence, make you achieve what you aspire to achieve, make that additional little change to your life. I'm so glad that you chose me for this and God chose me for this. I'm so glad, so humbled, so excited for all the love and all the trust that you have always been showing me. And of course, to the Almighty for choosing me for this job. With this, I will wrap up this session for today. So glad. And I think the best way I got to celebrate Teachers' Day. Thank you so much for your valuable question. Thank you so much for your participation. I'm super excited today. Thank you so much. We'll see you very soon. Till then, bye-bye. Have a great day and take care. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, everyone.